The Texas GOP is set to close its primary in 2026, keeping Democrats out of the Republican nominating process. This is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Tuesday. Thanks for spending part of this day with the Texas Minute. Coming up, Governor Greg Abbott is now hinting about a possible special session. That story will be up in less than 2 minutes. An illegal alien with a violent record in 2 countries will face the death penalty for gunning down a Harris County deputy. Oscar Rosales is a Salvadorian national who's been living in Texas illegally. He was found guilty last week of the 2022 murder of Deputy Charles Galloway. While Rosales never disputed the facts of the case, he claimed he shot Galloway because he thought the deputy was a cartel-affiliated strip club bouncer from a club he had visited earlier that night. A current summer course at Texas A&M includes disturbing materials dealing with gender and sexuality. Anthropology 201 features lessons on gender identity using the controversial genderbread person, recommendations to use the honorific MX when addressing intersex individuals, and readings that reference adolescence as a, quote, golden age of romantic and sexual freedom. The course presents gender as a spectrum influenced by genetics, hormones, and the environment, and argues that social inequalities and patriarchy are linked to historical capitalism. This is an anthropology class at Texas A&M. Governor Greg Abbott has opened the door for a special session of the Texas legislature, signaling that unfinished Republican priorities, particularly a ban on taxpayer-funded lobbying, could soon bring lawmakers back to the Capitol. The governor made his comments at the Harris County GOP's annual Lincoln-Reagan dinner. According to estimates, taxpayers are expected to have $94.5 million taken from them in 2025 to fund lobbyists hired by cities, counties, and special districts to influence state legislation. Critics argue the practice allows local governments to use taxpayer money to advocate against the interests of the very people who pay the bills. Banning taxpayer-funded lobbying has long been a priority of the Texas GOP. The Texas Senate passed a partial ban on the practice this spring, but House State Affairs Committee Chairman Ken King refused to allow a hearing on the issue. Constitutionally, only the governor can call a special session, and only the governor can define the agenda. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
The Republican Party of Texas is pressing ahead with its effort to prevent Democrats from voting in GOP primaries, advancing a rule change intended to limit participation to registered Republicans only. At its quarterly meeting over the weekend, the state Republican Executive Committee approved an amendment to its rules, which party leaders say will clarify the GOP's commitment to allowing only Republicans to choose Republican nominees. The new rule would require voters to register with the Secretary of State as a Republican before voting in the primary. Speaking on the Chris Salcedo Show, Texas GOP Chairman Abraham George pointed to long-standing concerns that Democrats vote in Republican primaries. Here's what Mr. George had to say.
We have an open primary. So when we have a primaries to nominate our candidate for the general election, the Democrats can come over and choose the weakest Republican. And that's what's been happening.
It's worth noting that this change might lead to litigation. That could be Democrats seeking to maintain their access to the GOP primary, or even the Republican Party suing the state to enforce their right to control the nominating process. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Michael Wilson, Adam Kahn, and Brandon Waltons. Our producer's Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.